Hi guys, so we're now here at Momentum Fitness. For this year, I want to be including a lot more about other things that I do besides riding, which is more about my fitness. So that's why we're doing this video now here at Momentum Fitness. Now for this one, since I want to be introducing more about fitness in my vlog, I'm here to do my second podcast, which is going to be with a good friend of mine, si Edsel, who owns Momentum Fitness. We grew up together. He's one of the most, what do you call this? Knowledgeable when it comes to fitness. So we're going to do a podcast. We'll talk about the importance of strength in general. And of course, we'll try to also get his opinion on how important is strength when it comes to riding our two wheels. So let's go. Let's start it out. Hi, welcome to my second podcast. So I'm here with a good friend, an old friend kasi matanda na siya. No, but I've known him since we are prep. We were prep, no?
Prep, yeah.
So
Prep
6 years old kami magkakilala na.
Prep G.
Like I mentioned, he's when it comes to fitness, he's one of the most knowledgeable person that I know na pag mayroon akong issues with fitness, he's the first person that I call to ask around. Since matagal na kami magkakilala, kaya di na niya ako sinisingil. Kaya libre na yung... His encyclopedia inside his head is my free database. No? But he's also one of the most certified people that I know na all over. No? Your certification is all over from when he was living in Canada.
Yes.
He gets all the certifications. So hindi lang ito yung... I'm a trainer na marunong. You know, he really studied this thing, and that's why I go to him for knowledge. So, this is my friend Edsel. So, Edsel, you wanna say hi?
Hi everyone.
Ikaw nga mag-explain ng your certifications and everything.
Yeah.
Because kahit anong isabi mo, hindi ko rin maintindihan kung ano yung mga
Hindi rin natin napapag-usapan, di ba?
Hindi.
It's not like something none of my friends know about it.
Alam ko lang marami siyang certification,
but
but
even
let
among
him.
my coaches, Yeah, so first of all, thanks for having me. Hi to everyone who are watching. Sa lahat ng followers na One More Rev. Ken's a very dear friend. We go a long way back, and we've been talking about this, but finally natuloy na din. Anyway, about the certs. So I lived in Canada for a long time. I did my time in the trenches. I'm still in the trenches. I still feel that I'm in the trenches right now. I've been in the game for more than 15 years. In terms of education, since I moved to North America, so what I did was, first of all, I had to work, I had to make some money and make a living. So, hindi ko naging option to, apply for an MBA or apply for a master's in, fitness science. I didn't have the time, I just had to work. So, I took a couple of certs to make sure that I have the credentials to be a certified personal trainer. So I'm with the National Strength and Conditioning Association. So yun yung para maging certified ako to train, get some insurance when you're training clients abroad in North America. So that's one of the first certs I took. Tapos under the same organization, yung National Strength and Conditioning Association, I'm also a certified strength and conditioning specialist. So I'm allowed to train athletes at a high level. And then recently, I took another cert under the same organization called the TSAC. So I can train first responders, policemen, firemen. So yun yung three important certs that I have at the moment. And then I have other certifications that are more specific to, like for example, nutrition. Meron akong precision nutrition, pero hindi ko naman talaga pinapractice. Most of the stuff I do every day, where we do, we test athletes, we create programs for them that are effective. Naka-anchor dun sa tatlong certs that I have. Yun. So I think that's okay for now.
Oh, kasi unlike here in the Philippines, we don't even have trainer insurance here.
No, we don't. Dito, we use a waiver.
That's the first. I first heard about it is when a friend of mine who's actually a powerlifter who's now in Canada. When I was talking to the parents, na meron ngang ganong that they have to get certified because without certification, you cannot apply for an insurance. So this is parang kung sa doctor, the malpractice insurance, diba? Parang ganon. Which is, dapat nga meron dito because ang daming, what I don't like is, tulad yan, you're asking for a waiver and you're saying, pag na-injure ka, kasalanan mo, or wala kaming hawak. When supposedly, if you come into a fitness center, you should be in the hands of credible people or someone. No, dapat meron way of sagot kita.
Kaya mahirap dito if you're a freelancer, if you're a trainer, a freelancer, you're training somebody in his condo, for example, or her condo, di ba? Tapos something happens. Di ba? Usually sa freelance world, wala ka naman, waiver tayo, walang ganun. So pag may nangyari, delikado ka.
So yung waiver is, though legally it will say na wala akong kasalanan dyan, pero hindi dapat pero okay, pero that's wala na tayong magagawa doon. Those are a few things. But
dasal ka na lang, sana walang mangyari.
Well, kasi sa akin, that's why I want to also include more about fitness now. Though most of the contents that I've been doing here has always been about motorcycles, what I do. And of course, siyempre, pag nagmumotor ka, we go and travel and then we do eat. So may mga food vlog. But what is very, very dear to my heart is fitness. I think if you watch my older videos on how big I was before, alam ni Edsel, fitness was what made me change a lot of things. And to a fact na kung wala yung fitness, I probably shouldn't be here now doing this vlog with you. No, I was at that point na tipong I think I was a few steps away from a heart attack. But fitness for you, Edsel, or strength specifically, how important is it to the general public? Alam mo yun, kasi parang hindi naman ako mataba, hindi naman ako ganito. I feel like I'm not unhealthy, but why should they be training for strength? And not just doing your, nagwo-walking naman ako or nagbabiking ako, or very basic cardio. Why should they include strength in their training?
So, ang usual pitch namin, hindi naman kasi lahat ng tao that walk through our doors gusto maging, gusto sumali ng competition sa Ironman or gusto maging, parang top 10 sa marathon nila, di ba? Most of the people that walk through our doors, they just, usually they have aches and pains, di ba? Hirap gumising sa umaga, I have these aches and pains, or, meron akong knee pain. Ito yung regular people talaga nakikita namin. So, ang pitch namin sa mga taong to, sinasabi namin, is through life, di ba, may wear and tear yung mga joints natin, tapos yung offer namin na solution is to get strong, di ba? So, nangyari yan, ang first step na ginagawa namin, we screen them, ina-assess namin sila.
Diba? Before, I don't think if I mentioned it, but hindi rin nabanggit ni Edsel, we are here at Momentum Fitness pala. Baka tanongin ng tanong na here si Edsel, hindi pa niya binabanggit kung nasaan tayo.
Yes.
So we're here at Momentum Fitness here in San Juan. I'll put the address and their social media in the description. So in case you guys want to learn more, you can go there. So pag sinasabi niyang here and here, ito yung minimension niya. So we're here now at his fitness center. Okay, so continue. Sorry, Edsel.
No worries. So yun, importante, we tell people, you need to get strong kasi usually, di ba, habang tumatanda tayo, may mga muscles tayo na hindi balanse, di ba? So kailangan na-address yun through a training program, di ba? Ang problema, pagka kumuha ka ng training program galing sa kaibigan or online, di ba, hindi yan na-address yung mga imbalances ng katawan mo. Kaya ang ginagawa namin, sinescreen muna namin yung mga tao. Di ba? Ang in-offer namin solution is, kunyari, meron kang knee pain, na sinasabi namin sa mga tao, kaya ka may knee pain kasi mahina yung hips mo. So, kailangan mo palakasin yung hips mo. And maraming simple exercise na pwede magawa sa bahay o even sa gym na pwede lumakas yung hips mo. And again, based dun sa volume of people that we see, di ba? And like 99% of the time, di ba? May pain yung mga tao, may tightness sila. at hirap sila tumayo, hirap sila maglakad, or just general things that requires the whole body to move. Ang usual na rason, mahina yung hips. Pero yun yung pinakamalaking muscle
Pero yun yung pinaka, di ba, what a lot of is, pag sinabi mong masakit yung likod ko, or masakit ito, is they'll probably work just that area.
Yes, correct.
Which is usually, kaya sumakit to because nag-compensate for something else.
Something else, yes.
And that's where the assessment part or the screening part is very crucial.
Yes, yes.
No, I've already gone through a lot of ni-screen na niya ako so alam niya ano yung mga imbalances ko. But of all my years, I've been doing training 10, 12 years already. Yeah. This is the first time I got scientifically assessed. May machine dito sa Edsel, but I'll ask him to talk more about it. But yun nga sinasabi ko because a lot of people can just be a trainer and call themselves a trainer, but they don't really know what they're doing. And then they usually have a textbook that they follow, a program, which that's, I think, what is your difference, because yours is individualized.
Yes, it's individualized, and we take many things in consideration, diba? So like I said, diba, we screen them, we take the movement into consideration, diba? Pag nag-squat siya, may pain ba? Okay. Anong range? At the high point ba? Midpoint? Bottom, sa pinaka-bottom, doon ba present yung pain? Pag tinaas yung arms siya, may pain ba? So we take those in consideration, diba? Yun muna. Pagkatapos yan, iba naman yung dynamics pagka gumalaw na sila, di ba? Pag nag-squat sila dun sa screen, tapos na may pain, tapos nag-squat sila na walang hawak na dowel, yun ang ginagamit namin, pinapahawak ng dowel. Kunyari, upo sila sinidoro, walang pain. So, pace tuloy kami. Teka lang.
Pero kung may hawak,
may pain. Pero pag nag-squat sa sinidoro, walang pain. So, yun yung pickle na kailangan namin para, bakit ganito to? So, and then we try other movements, di ba? So, hindi pwedeng one size fits all, di ba?
And that's where the assessment comes into play.
Yes. Yeah. Pero fan kami of any kind of gym, any kind of movement. We're fans. We're just saying, sometimes, di ba, kunyari, mag-start ka ng exercise program in a commercial gym, tapos okay ka for 6 months. At some point, may magmamanifest, or at some point, mag-iiba yung goals mo.
Well, you need specialization.
Yes, or specialization. Doon kami papasok. In fact, when people come in here, dito sa facility namin, sinasabi sa amin, member ako na ganitong commercial gym, or meron akong coach. Sinasabi namin, don't let go of that. Okay lang yan. And we'll screen you, and then we'll tell you what we can do. Ang in-offer namin is, maybe you can do some specialized coaching once a week, twice a week. Come in here for,
and then do it in your
do it on your own free time. We take care of your program. We're very flexible.
Even with me and Abby, so me and my wife, we both compete in powerlifting. And we train in commercial gyms. But we have a coach that gives us our program and then assesses us. Now, for anything outside powerlifting, dito naman ako lumalapit sa kanya. My issues that I deal with, Edsel, is more of my mobility issues, which is not the specialty of a powerlifting coach. So may kanya-kanya rin. Then, yun nga, kaya nga if you see yung ginawa niya, pinagtawanan niya ako is doing those Indian clubs. Because it's not something that I do. So sobrang, para sa kanya, ang dali-dali. Sa akin, my mind was, and I consider myself pretty athletic, pero my hand and mind conditioning or coordination was not there because it's a movement that I was not used to.
So in our world, we call that a different neural pathway. Diba? So you're not used to that sort of coordination within the clubs for the upper body. Which means, diba, once you're done with this block of training that you're on, kasi I know you're competing, diba? Pagkatapos, you can use these small skills to play kasi nakakatulong din sila yung movements na to for other things that your upper body might require. Diba? So, kunyari, kulang ka sa mobility sa shoulders and sa upper back, makakatulong Indian clubs. At the same time, it doesn't look like, you're so serious with your upper body mobility, but you are addressing that. And you are grooving, your brain to try out a different skill.
Diba? And this will open up your strength on your main lifts also.
Correct, yes.
Diba? Hindi siya yung tipong, I train with the Indian clubs, pero wala siyang
transfer.
Carry over. Meron.
Carry over yan, yes.
So for me, I would feel that if I train more with the Indian clubs after this block, I don't want to change my schedule or my training block yet.
Yes.
Which I think dapat wag muna, because the competition
stick to that
is just
first,
right. But after that, off season, I can add that. And if I open up my shoulders more, so my bench should
could improve.
It could improve.
It could improve.
Kasi there's now more mobility and everything.
Yeah, also one more thing I want to add, diba? So most of the things you do, you're working bilaterally. So sabay lagi yung limbs mo, diba? Whether you're deadlifting, you're squatting, lagi na sa isang position yung wrist mo, diba? Pag tapos na yung season mo, nag-compete ka na, pagka tinuloy-tuloy mo pala yan and go for more subsequent blocks, diba? Hindi natin lang baka mamaya mag-manifest na wear and tear sa elbows or sa wrist, diba? Kaya after the season, pwede kang maglaro with an Indian club. Kasi pag Indian club ka, meron kang mobility sa wrist na na-address pag nilaro mo yung Indian clubs, di ba? Para lang makaalis ka dun sa path mo, di ba? That you've been on for so long and then you've added volume and then you've added some weight. So, medyo magiging hard yung path na yun.
So Indian clubs is para siyang metal because some of you, I can show you a photo and a video of me doing it.
Parang
but since
club ni Barok.
Since a lot of people will probably also be listening to this as a podcast, so I want to explain it. Para siyang batuta eh.
Siya batuta talaga.
Batuta, but it's weighted. So the one
5 pounds yung ginamit mo last
5 pounds, and sabi nga pwedeng lighter eh, because
Pwedeng lighter.
you just do the motion eh. It doesn't have to be heavy eh.
Yeah.
And in fact, you probably don't want to do it heavy eh.
No.
It might cause more injury
Yes,
than what we want out of it. But since we're already talking about strength and everything, how would you say, so yun nga, for someone who's, for general public that goes in here, is we're usually addressing a lot of their aches and pain, especially as they age.
Yes.
So that's one. But to someone like who's into the two-wheel world, how important is strength or even core, no, to them or to someone who rides a motorcycle naman?
Ang ganda ng question mo kasi nung weekend lang nasa Baguio ako and I rode a horse. So kasama yung anak ko nakaupo doon sa main saddle, nakaupo ko outside the saddle. So nakaupo ko doon sa puwet ng horse. And na-feel ko talaga kasi yung puwet ng horse gumagalaw, di ba? Di ba? Na-feel ko talaga instability sa likod ko. And ang funny thing doon is the day before, I did an exercise. I did a lower body workout. So imagine na-feel ko yung aches and pains and doon ako sa likod ng horse. I couldn't wait to get off the horse, literal. Tapos, on top of that, I was a biker for many years. Not a motorcycle, but I had a road bike for many years, di ba? So I say this to not just the bikers but riders in general, di ba? Kasi yung position natin, yung lagi tayo naka-hunch over sa bike, di ba? Ang diskarte namin, ang diskarte ko as a coach and what we teach here, di ba, is you're in a position of flexion, nakaganyan ka palagi. So when you're at the gym, di ba, yung hardware natin, di ba, we need to bring you to extension. So that means, kung nakaganyan ka, papalakasin namin yung muscles that are at the back, di ba? So because nakaganyan ka na, masasanay na katawan mo naka-hunch over, di ba? So we strengthen the muscles at the back.
Pag nakabike ka,
to keep you tall, di ba?
Even if the bike is not a sports bike, you're still a little
Correct.
bit
You're still a little bit rounded forward.
Diba?
Yeah.
Or kahit na, unless nasa scooter, but still on a big bike, you're usually a little bit on a more aggressive na ano.
Yeah. But think about that. Kung nakaganong position, whether it's just a few degrees or you're close to being upright, ang punot dulo nun, kung ano yung muscles na nakakompress, di ba? Yung mga muscles na yun, natututo sila maging maiksi. Sa kabila naman, yung mga muscles sa likod, natututo silang maging relaxed. Kasi nasa-stretch sila di ba? So yung nasa-stretch na muscles, humihina. Yung mga tight na muscles, nagiging dominant. Di ba? So nangyari niyan, ano manifestation yan? Sabihin natin you come off your bike, di ba? Pero ang tagal mo, nag-ride ka na matagal, di ba? Parang yung pag-uwi mo, isipin ng katawan mo, teka lang, si Ken, ito yung ginagawa na palagi. So, I'm gonna make Ken become efficient in this. So doon na magmamanifest yung tightness, di ba? Kaya dapat ang solution mo, once you're off the bike, you wanna try to train the other muscles. So you're gonna counteract them. So that's one. That's just for posture in general. Second naman, para sa lower body, where you're always, almost in a neutral stance, di ba? Keeping it together, balancing on the bike, di ba? That's a different set of muscles, di ba? Yung mga muscles na yan, hindi mo na-address sa regular exercises sa gym like a squat or a deadlift or a leg extension, leg curl. Kasi yung mga muscles ng groin yan di ba? Yun yung muscles that you need to not just improve strength, but you also want to improve their endurance, di ba? So may mga exercises din that should address that. Kasi ito yung natawag namin na sagittal position. So pag nasa training ka, di ba, dapat gumagawa ka ng exercises, it's gonna allow you to train what we call the frontal plane, tsaka transverse plane. Kasi pag nasa motor ka, di ba, yung vibration galing sa gulong, galing sa motor, that moves up the chain. It moves up the chain. So you still want to train those diagonal muscles that connect you to the bike. Diba? So basically, that's that. Yung posture, upper body, lower body, training outside of that plane of motion. You want to open up, diba? And at the same time, any kind of exercise is going to make you cross that midline.
So these are important to those who actually commute because every day ka nakaganon.
Yes. Pati office workers.
Parang office worker. That's why nakakuba sila. And that's why they have back pains not because of that, because yung muscle nila di sa likod.
Yun yung weakness nga.
Humina na.
Yeah.
Because since it's in a stretch position.
Yes.
Tapos yung dito nila nasanay na. That's the problem I had nung mataba ko eh.
Yes.
When you're front heavy, tendency you always have to. Mahirap naman mataba ka tapos nakaglalakad kang ganun. So tendency you're hunched over. So nasanay ngayon yung katawan mo na nakaganon. So now you have to fix that imbalance.
Yes.
Pero sa akin din kasi like my motorcycle is about 200 something kilos eh. If I did have strong legs, there was a few times already kasi yun, mahuhulog ka na tas nasasalo and I was able to save the bike. If I wasn't someone who's trained my legs this strong, I would be on the ground.
Correct.
No? Second, yung mga biglang dudulas yung gulong mo, if you had poor core, you'd probably be thrown off eh.
Yes.
Because your core strength is what keeps you still in balance. Hahabulin mo yung kaya mo i-balance sarili mo. Correct, or you'll make up for the sudden loss of traction.
Yes.
Which I think a lot of people don't realize how important having that strong core. While riding a motorcycle, yung biglang dulas ang gulong, tapos nag-slide sila. If you did have a strong core, you probably won't be able to recover that slip.
Yes.
No. Pero what do you think should they do? Like, what's a nice, easy exercise they should do to train their core or their back?
So, tama yung sinabi mo, di ba? Yung importante, unang-una, importante yung leg muscles. Importante yung leg muscles. So, you have the big movements to address that. Tapos, importante rin yung single leg exercises. So, kunyari, nagsa-squat ka, di ba? Try mo naman yung single leg squat para matest naman yung single leg strength mo. Diba?
How do you do single leg squat?
Ito, sabi na, like back squat lang na single leg. Ito, for example, ito lang.
Like a pistol?
Like a pistol, yeah.
Seated na pistol.
Pero okay na yung back squat na single leg. In fact, ang Singapore, meron silang campaign on trying to promote lean mass as you get older to fight sarcopenia. Sarcopenia is a loss of muscle mass. Simple lang, sit to stand lang on one leg. If you can't do that, Singapore government ito, if you can't do that, meron kang risk of falling when you're in your senior years. So you can look it up.
The good thing also about training single leg is your core gets to work out.
Yes,
also.
so yung stabilizing muscles. Ito yung, papunta na ako doon. Yung stabilizing muscles ng legs mo will come into play. When I say stabilizing, yung mga supporting muscles. Kasi malalaking muscles yung nasa harapan, sa likod. Pero may mga maliit na muscles yan. It's like making a clay statue, di ba? Gagawa ka ng frame, tapos kailangan mo suportahan, di ba? Parang poste, kailangan mo suportahan, kailangan mo lakas na foundation. Ngayon sa core naman, yung sinasabi ko naman, yung simpleng exercise, di ba? Alam ng mga tao yung simpleng plank, di ba? Pero kailangan mong gumamit ng dynamic na exercise na pwede kang mag-cross. Example, something like a wood chop, kuha ka ng bola, igaganon mo, di ba? Para yung force transfer na channel. Kasi ang motorcycle unstable, di ba? Hindi mo na mas magagaling yung
imbalance.
Yung imbalance, di ba? So, kailangan matuto mag-coordinate yung katawan mo left and right sides. Dapat reflexive. Kailangan may dynamism yung exercise mo. So, hindi pa static lang. Kasi ba nag-plank ka, di ba? Hindi naman ganun ang motorsiklo di ba? May play ang motorsiklo may uneven ground, may unforeseen events, di ba? And one more thing, ito gusto ko advice, kailangan mo train yung peripheral vision mo din. Di ba? May mga properties yung mata na pag hindi mo tinrain yan, di ba? Maapektuhan din yung diskarte mo when you're on the bike.
How do you train that? Do you train your...
Yeah. So you wanna do drills na reflexive drills, di ba? For example, yung mga simple, yung mga kunyari, boxing ka, di ba? Yung speed bag, malaking bagay yun. Or something like if you're juggling. You know, like you have a partner who makes you go on one foot. Kunyari, ikaw na misis mo, di ba? Ikaw na mismo. Pag single leg cuts, magbabato siya ng bola, tapos sasalihin mo lang. Kasi ang tinitrainin yung mga proprioceptors ng katawan mo eh. Di ba? Which, you know, these are your reflex muscles and they help you go back to center. Yun yung magandang exercise.
Importante sa Manila na traffic eh.
Yes, oo.
As I made the video, I posted it in YouTube.
Yeah.
Just driving around in a motorcycle in YouTube. Tapos after a few minutes, it was taken down. Nasabi ng YouTube, I cannot monetize it because it's promoting dangerous activity. Kasi mukhang dangerous yung nangyayari na gano'n ng gano'n. So sabi ko, that's Philippine traffic, that's Manila traffic.
That's how it is.
That's how it is. Eh. No, but yun nga, so I guess yun nga, it's nice that you have to be able to train also reflexive. Kasi of course, if you don't train it, kahit anong lakas mo, kung mabagal ka mag-react, wala rin. No, kasi ako, one of the things that I used to do regularly to train core is if to do farmer's carry but with a single one.
Those are great exercises.
Like, so I would load up just one hand. Kasi makikita mo minsan dalawa binibit-bit nila. So, I think the core is more engaged if you're just doing one.
Yes, correct.
So, para may imbalance. So, I would get one kettlebell or one dumbbell and I walk around and then yung pabalik, kabilang kamay naman. No, so, just to balance it out. So, I think that's also a nice way to train the core. I don't like planks. I don't like crunches. I don't like crunches. Parang, pag nagka-crunches, yung iba parang sumasakit daw yung leeg.
No? Di nga, kasi pag nag-crunch ka naman, parang mo na lang binalik sarili mo dun sa motorsiklo, di ba? Yun yung sinasabi ko. So yung motorsiklo mo nakaganyan, or doesn't matter anong angle man yan, tapos punta ka sa gym, tapos gagawin pa rin. So doon ka sa kabilang side. You have to train your back. And also, I think it's worth mentioning, habang tumatanda tayo, yung back muscles natin, humihina yan eh. Diba? Usually...
use it or lose it eh.
Yeah, usually... So, kailangan talaga na si-stimulate sila. So, kailangan mo ng konting stressor para isipin ng muscle mo, uy, may ginagawa itong likod, kailangan natin lumakas. That's just how our body reacts eh, diba?
Oo. I've been talking about it a lot na the way our body reacts when stressed is to tell the body, uy, si Edsel nahihirapan. Bigyan mo siyang muscle para hindi siya mahirapan sa ginagawa niya.
Yes, yeah.
In the same way, if you're doing mostly just cardio and you're after speed, your body might naman try to get rid of your muscle to make you lighter, to get you faster.
Yes.
So talagang hindi mo pwedeng pabayaan na nagwo-walking lang ako eh, nagmamarathon lang ako eh. But you have to incorporate some of the strength or resistance to make sure you don't lose the muscles as you age also.
I wanna riff of what you're saying. So I just wanna share, di ba, na ang muscles, may mga fiber types yan. Dalawang fiber type yung gusto ko i-discuss. Yung type 1, tsaka yung type 2. Yung type 1, yun yung mga muscles na responsible. Pag nakaupo tayong ganito, type 1 muscle fibers yan. Efficient yan, pero tayong tumagal na nakaupo. Same thing on the bike, type 1 muscle fibers yan. Nakaganon ka, di ba? Pag tumatakbo ka, yan. Na you're able to conserve yung endurance mo. You're able to go 10 kilometers, 24 kilometers, marathons, di ba? Yan yung slow twitch type 1 muscle fibers. Importante yung type 2 kasi yung type 2, yun yung responsible for us to stand up quickly because a building is burning, di ba? Or to lift a heavy weight when you need to do a deadlift. Or if you fall off the bike, those type 2 muscle fibers will fire. Importante rin yun. And the only way you can address those type 2 muscle fibers is through, following a proper strength program. And one more thing, sorry. Yung type 2, habang tumatanda ka, yung type 2, yun ang unang nagde-degrade. Yun ang malungkot. Yan yung unang nagde-degrade.
Is type 2 the one that if, let's say wag naman sana, you get into a motorcycle crash. Is that the one that will activate and protect you from injuries?
Correct.
That's type 2, right?
Yes, type 2. Yan yung magre-resist ng force.
Diba? At the same time, that was once you tense up with enough
Correct.
of that
Yeah,
muscle,
yeah,
it will
yes.
protect your skeleton.
Yes, yes,
para hindi
yes.
ka mabalian.
Yeah. Muscle recruitment yan. By instinct yan. Di ba? Yan, kasi pag bumagsak ka, you're gonna have to decelerate your body. Type 2 yan. Strength yan, recruitment yan.
So that's why this type 2, pag kunyari, let's say hindi sa motorcycle, nagdapa ka, that's the one that will prevent masamang injury.
Yes, yes.
Kung meron kang malakas na type 2.
Correct, yes, yes. Kung meron malakas
But
type 2.
if you don't train it, you don't, o humihina yon. That's why a lot of, kaya minsan makikita mo, di ba, parang, nadulas lang, pero kailangan na ng surgery because they injured something. As opposed to someone who's the same age but trains, mas hindi sila prone kahit na madapa sila.
Yes.
Di ba?
Yeah.
So that's also the important part of training that type 2.
Yes. So again, advocacy ko talaga tong strength, like you mentioned, no? So, on top of the benefits of, strengthening us, ang nakakalimutan ng mga tao, pagka nag-strength training ka o mag-weight bearing ka, pati joints mo lumalakas, Yung tendons mo, yung ligaments mo, yung cartilage mo, lahat yun lumalakas. Kasi last year, kwento ko nadulas ako, di ba, nagkaroon ako ng MCL injury. If I didn't train the way I train, sigurado ako mas worse yung injury ko. Sigurado ako. So it's a good thing that, I train in different planes. And, I train for endurance and I train for strength and I train for power. Importante yung mga na-address mo lahat ng mga types na yun.
Until now, meron pa rin akong meniscus there.
Meniscus there.
Pero I don't know if it's the training or what I do. There was a time that it was painful, but when I rested it after a while, no intervention, no surgery. Nawala yung pain. And now I'm back playing basketball again. Yeah. And my training for powerlifting has not changed, di ba? So I guess may kinalaman din yung training.
Super.
It could have been worse if you were not at training, di ba?
Super. Yung body natin sobrang smart. When you train, and this is not general knowledge, yung bones natin lumalakas yan every week. Nagre-remodel yan. Nag-i-evolve yan. Parang X-Men yan. Nag-mutate yung bone natin every week.
So is that also the reason why people who train, yung bones nila mas hindi na-fracture?
Yes, correct. Yes.
Okay.
In fact,
it has nothing to do with just the muscle. It's the bone itself.
Yeah. So, that's a really good point. May mga anthropologists, di ba sila naghuhukay ng mga skeleton, di ba? Tapos, tinatry nila ika-carbon date na yung skeleton. The way na nalaman nila kung yung taong yun mahirap o hindi, di ba? Nung unang panahon, di ba? Is sine-check nila yung buto, di ba? Yung mga mayayaman, di ba? Yung buto nila dito, manipis.
Because they don't do hard labor.
They don't do hard labor. Pero yung mga farmers, malaki yung buto dito. Just below the knee. Di ba? So, doon nila nalalaman.
Paano kung mayaman ka pero powerlifter ka? Sasabi. Hindi ako yung mayaman. I'm just saying,
Baka nung panahon na yun, baka entertainer din sila on the side. Di ba? Di ba? Yung mga juggler, gymnast, yun. Sigurado ko yung buto nila sa legs, medyo, yung bone nila naman,
kaya the strength and conditioning and all those is very crucial to riding a motorcycle.
Yes.
Hindi mo pwedeng So for one, it prevents you from injury. Second, it helps with balance, especially if mahilig ka mag-angkas ng tao because you don't know how they will react to your riding. So paano kung kumontra siya sa you have to be able to balance that out.
Yeah.
No? Parang si Abby, hirap na hirap ako i-backride si Abby kasi minsan pag humihiga yung motor siya, kinokontra niya kasi natatakot siya.
Yeah.
So now I have to compensate for her imbalance.
Yeah.
No, na would have been difficult if my core was weaker.
Yes.
Diba? So ganun din talaga na hindi basta-basta yung strength. It's a very crucial thing to us, and as we grow up nga, sabi mo, that's the first thing that usually pinag-nilet go ng body as we age.
You know, one more thing, when you're riding, ayaw mo maging tense, di ba? When you train on a regular basis, natututo ka mag-disassociate ng mga muscles na di dapat gumagana. So, mas relax dapat yung ride mo, di ba? Hindi pwedeng nag-ride sobrang tense, di ba? So, you don't want to carry all that tension, all that weight. So when you train, you're gonna understand your body more. That's another layer.
I think that's what I see with a lot of riders. Makikita mo na, kasi when I ride, my hands are always in a relaxed position.
Yeah.
Relaxed position. But I think I'm confident enough that my muscles is fast enough to react if I need to. And you will see, ito napansin ko a lot of the new riders, tingnan nyo when you guys ride with someone new, nakaganon sila.
Yeah, exactly. So yung trap sila masyadong overactive.
Oo, tapos pagdating sa dulo ng ride, pagod na pagod sila.
Yes.
No? And supposedly, we ride too because we enjoy doing it. Tapos pagdating mo doon sa ride, tense na tense ka. Mukha silang,
yung sinasabi ko, dapat matuto kang mag-disassociate. Hindi mo na makailangan itong muscles na ito pag nag-ride ka. Dapat nakarelax nga In my world, we call that depression. We depress the shoulders. And then just make sure that you just have enough strength to hold on to steering and then able to manage it when you need to, di ba? So, hindi efficient. So, ang nangyayari nun, and the way we analyze it is, yung muscle tone masyadong mataas. Dapat di mataas yung muscle tone. Dapat relax lang yan. Di ba? Kasi, gumagamit ng resources yung muscles mo, dapat napupunta sa iba pag kailangan, di ba?
So, yung napapagod, ito mo, pero kung mag-slide ka, you need more power from the core, diba? From this.
Yes, kailangan.
Nandun na punta yung, yung energy mo.
Kailangan natututo kang mag-conserve ng energy. Diba?
And if you're very tense, you tend to also not focus more Kasi parang, nandito ka nakaisip
Correct, yes.
Your mind is always parang takot
Yeah.
Diba?
One more thing, add ko na rin, diba? Since, kunyan related yan sa stages of learning, and we teach that here. So yung mga new riders, nandun sila sa first stage of learning, which is cognitive. Iniisip nila, kailangan ko gawin to, para hindi ako mahulog, kailangan balanse ako. So it's hindi pa siya automatic, di ba? So yung first stage is cognitive, masyadong iniisip, di ba? Tapos yung second stage is associative, para okay, pag ginawa ko ito mangyayari, di ba? So medyo okay na ako. Yung last stage, yung third is autonomous. So pag autonomous like you're a veteran rider, di ba? Hindi mo na kailangan mag-isip. Yung first stage, there's a lot of thought. Second stage, konti na lang. Yung third stage, medyo in control ka na kasi pati yung limbs mo, alam na nila kung paano mag-react.
And this is the same way when you're doing exercise movements.
Correct. Yes.
So you see people who, when they're starting out, like with the squat, they're so afraid of getting crushed by the bar.
Correct, yes.
That they're so tense.
Yes.
As opposed to someone who trains squat three times a week, parang sobrang natural na sa amin yung we've trained kasi sa powerlifting we also train how to bail out
Yes.
Part of we train certain times that we actually fail, that how do we bail out. It's also part of the thing that we train. So para hindi kami matakot. So we have spotters in the competition and we also train na may spotter. And we sometimes will fail. And it's important, mas okay nga na nag-fail ka na Kasi kung hindi ka nag-fail, may takot ka palagi what will happen
Yeah.
No? So yun yung... Pero, if your muscle is not trained to react fast enough, wala rin. Second, yun nga, so doing it more often, so same as with training, para mawala na yung fear mo, and you go to the autonomous part,
stage,
where everything feels automatic.
Yes.
Diba? So your muscles are already reacting naturally.
Yes, and you're conserving strength. You're using less resources.
You only will fire what it needs to be.
Yes. Kung kailangan.
Yan
ang beauty ng mundo where I live in. You know, yung buhay ko in the field of strength.
Yeah, a lot of it is first time I'm hearing it. And
so you never talk about it.
Yeah, we don't because usually my question is very specific.
Yeah.
Very specific. And this is, I think, the first time we're trying to associate it with the motorcycle.
Yeah.
No, but yun nga, naisip ko nga, a lot of things ngayon na I'm hearing for the first time. And I'm someone who's been into fitness for such a long time, pero hindi ko mano. But that was really very interesting discussion. No, pero I think we'll have to do another video next time para it's not a podcast.
100%,
Not a podcast anymore, but I do want to do a video next time of how does Edsel do the assessment.
Yes.
Yun, that's the one I want to show also the others that you can come here. If you don't want to be training here, you can just come here. Yun yung sinasabi, if you're already a member of a commercial gym, you can still come here, get yourself assessed.
Yeah, walang commitment.
Kasi yung assessment here is this is really what differentiates Momentum with the others because of the assessment and the equipment that they have. Meron sila those are what we call the force plates. The force plates will measure how much force you can pull safely. Hindi yan yung tipong papatry kita mag-deadlift ng pinakamabigat na kaya mo. Because if you're not a power lifter, having someone, sige, subukan mo buhat, so baka ma-injure ka eh.
Injury yan, sigurado.
So, they don't do yung assessment na what is your PR.
Yeah. No.
They actually have something that is a safer way to try if your pull is stronger.
Yes.
Without having you to actually do a PR in your deadlift. So this is measurable and this is quantifiable.
Yes. May kita rin namin kung, kunyari, sa paa mo, di ba? Kung saan mas may pressure. Di ba? Kung hindi even yung distribution ng force sa paa mo, di ba? Baka mamaya, favor mo yung balls lang ng paa mo. Diba? Hindi mo nagagamit yung midfoot, hindi mo nagagamit yung heel. Nakikita namin yan.
Yun yung that's the most important when you go into fitness is to be able to not just feel the difference but to actually quantify the improvements.
Yes.
And these are the equipments that will actually help you do that. Yung iba kasi their only scale is pumayat ka ba?
Yeah.
And if you actually lose, not everyone that goes to the gym can lose fat but not lose weight.
Yeah.
Because muscles are heavy.
Muscles are heavy.
Ang maganda, I'd rather be measured with my waist size na lumiit than my weight. Kasi pag pumayat ka in terms of weight, baka naman muscle yung nawala.
Yeah. Tsaka marami rin physiological changes. So we want people to stick with, we want people to stick to a long-term strength program. Kasi hindi lang yung physical na nakikita. I mean, there's so many things happening physiologically and you've experienced this firsthand, di ba? Na, di ba, as you lose body fat, di ba? Baka di bumagsak ang weight mo, pero yung fat that envelopes your organs, yung visceral fat mo, bumabagsak naman, di ba? So, hindi mo kita sa scale, pero pag nagpunta ka naman sa precision diagnostics, high precision diagnostics, tama ba? High precision? Oh, yung mga ganun. Mga lab, di ba? Makikita mo na bumagsak pala yung LDL mo, mas mataas na yung HDL mo. So, yun yung mga markers.
Sa Health Cube kasi tayo.
Health Cube ba tayo? Doon tayo nagpapatingin sa Health Cube. Diyan lang sa may show.
Oo, doon sa
Marami tayong kaibigan doon eh. Di ba? So, yun. It's, kung talaga, it's just, like you were saying, di ba, yung dito nga sa gym namin, dito sa facility namin, walang commitment ito. I really want to preach strength, longevity. Obviously a higher level of this is moving into athletics, di ba? Being a competitive athlete. Yun yung medyo high level. We do that as well. Pero baseline is
hindi niya nabanggit eh. He's the trainer for the judo?
Yeah, so I'm the strength and conditioning coach of the national team judo. So that's currently what I'm doing right now.
Masyado lang siyang modest kaya. So ako na
Ayan. So marami kaming athletes from judo and from jiu-jitsu. They come here. Kasi yun nga, because of our methods, di ba?
It's specific to the sport.
Specific. Wala nang guesswork. Kasi we have all the metrics required for us to make an athlete bigger, faster, stronger. Diba? Yun yung usual na...
Yeah, the last time nakasama ko dito, he's into archery.
Yes. He's
into archery.
Archery naman siya. Xavier naman yun. Xavier High School, diba? So marami rin tayong mga estudyante from Xavier, Ika. Some of them have injuries. So, we try to work with that as well. So, humingi kami na clearance from their physiotherapist. Or if they're doing physiotherapy, diba, we work concurrently with them. Diba? So, may rehab sila at the same time making them strong. Diba?
Okay. Parang dami.
Madami.
That's a lot of new information, even for me, who's actually been in this. But I would like to thank Edsel for accepting my invitation for my second podcast. So ito, ubusin ko muna mga kaibigan ko sa mga podcast.
Pwede rin tayo gumawa ng simple na podcast for exercises they can do for riding.
Okay. So we can do
Marami
we can do more of that next time. So we'll hopefully we can do the next video about the assessment so that people will understand, and then we can incorporate what are the few exercises that you can do with very basic equipment.
Very
Kasi
basic.
we're not expecting naman everyone to be going to the gym.
Yes, correct.
So something very basic, maybe just using bands or
Yes.
if what,
Body weight.
or even a simple kettlebell.
Mm-hmm.
Diba? So we can do that. So expect more contents of, since like I mentioned, I want more fitness to be incorporated in my vlog.
Mm-hmm.
No, kaya inumpisahan ko na with the master himself. Kaya,
Okay. Kala ko may
Master
dadagdag ka pa eh.
Master
Okay.
Fitness, kaya MF eh. Sige, hindi ko na itutuloy. Momentum Fitness pala yung MF. Okay. Momentum Fitness. So, I'll put the description of, I'll put in the description where to look for, where to go for Momentum Fitness. It's here in San Juan.
Yes.
So, thank you very much, Edsel.
Thank you very much.
Till the next one. So it will be, next naman talaga is more about us doing some exercises.
Yes, correct.
Bye!
Bye.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Pati sa social media ng Momentum Fitness. Mag-like and subscribe.
Yes.
Mag-vlog na rin daw siya eh.
Soon.
Okay, bye!
Bye.